Sorry about that, folks. Streamlabs crashed on me. Sorry about that, everybody. And then the game crashed too. Because, go figure, right? Let's see. Mic is still working. Game audio is still working. Alright, I think everything's good. Sorry about that. Streamlabs crashed on me. I'm still on my G5 laptop. But I need to cut and shape and install the tubing for my cooling system, and then I'll be on my new machine for good. In the interim, we're still on somewhat inferior hardware, for which I apologize. Anyway, now we're back from our break. I suppose the laptop just wanted a little breather too. Can't really fault it for that. Anyway, we've secured a delicious, sparkling Hoplark hop tea. Off we go. Sup, Hadvar? Alright, so always be harvesting alchemy ingredients. Red mountain flower, blue mountain flower.
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. I could really use someone like you. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
Join the Imperial Legion. Miscellaneous objective.
Come on. I feel better once we're under cover in Riverwood.
Alright, we can dialogue with Hadvar now. You really think I should join the Imperial Legion?
Of course. I know today wasn't the best introduction to the Legion, but I hope you'll give us another chance. The Legion could really use someone like you, especially now. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
You think General Tullius knows where that dragon came from? Or General Tullius ordered my execution, why would I want to help him? I'll go with the first one.
No, not yet. After all, a dragon, something out of old tales and legends. No one could have expected that. But you can bet he'll be trying to figure it out. This could shift the whole balance of the war. If you want to help stop that dragon, your best bet is to go to Solitude and join up with the Legion.
No, Martin, my connection's pretty spotty. I'll have to think about it. You make a good case. Maybe I will join up. I am going to join the Legion, so I might as well admit it.
I hope so. The Legion is Skyrim's only hope right now. Come on, we better get moving. I hope that dragon isn't still flying around here somewhere.
How do I join the Imperial Legion? Hey, Infinimora, it's good to see you. Yeah, I know it's skipping frames.
General Tullius has his headquarters in Castle Dower, in the city of Solitude, northwest of here. You'll want to talk to Legate Rika. She deals with the new recruits. I'll be sure to put in a good word for you if I get back to Solitude first.
I appreciate it. Who were those other prisoners?
You didn't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
He's a traitor of some kind? I don't pay much attention to current events. Let's act informed.
Right. The leader of the Stormcloaks. They claim to be fighting for Skyrim's freedom, but the war is really all about Ulfric wanting to be High King of Skyrim.
Who are the Stormcloaks? How did you capture Ulfric? Who are the Stormcloaks?
You haven't heard of the civil war in Skyrim? I guess down in Cyrodiil, people have other things to worry about. It's pretty simple. Ulfric founded the Stormcloaks years ago, as a sort of private army to advance his ambitions. He's always used the ban on the worship of Talos to stir people up against the Empire. He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King. That got the Empire's attention.
How did you capture Ulfric?
A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the general turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the general changed his mind. You know the rest.
I thought dragons were all dead long ago.
So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed.
Why is the worship of Talos banned?
I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the part that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. Unless the Empire stands together, the Thalmor will destroy us all.
Alright, we're done.
We'd better keep moving. I feel like that dragon might be up there watching us right now.
Alright, let's go let's pick some flowers. And mushrooms while we're at it. One other thing that we can do is duck up here to this misty little grove. Ice cream. You're having some ice cream right now, Martin? I gotta admit, that sounds delicious. I do not have a pickaxe yet, but let's note the location of these 3 corundum veins. We always need to be mining ore, too. I mean, all sorts, really, until smithing is maxed and we have ridiculously huge amounts of iron and corundum for hearthfire construction. So Hadvar's gonna run along ahead at this point. We'll link back up with him in Riverwood. It's not a big deal. Ah, there's a hunter and dog chasing a deer. That's on my quest list. The many, many random encounters that exist in this game. This one is flagged in the creation kit, Hunter and Dog in the Wilderness. So there, we've seen it. I'll try to speak to the hunter at some point, but honey walnut ice cream, that really sounds delicious. I've gained an appreciation for ice cream again ever since I quit drinking, and I have a lot of calorie space. That's kind of my new treat, so to speak. So the hunter won't talk to us while they're in combat mode, which is fine. Let's get all the plants around this little intersection. Note where this side trail kind of joins up with the main road. Loot all the plant life. Oh hey, there we go. Talk to the doggo.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he? There's enough for all of us if you aren't greedy. Need something?
Alright, what do you got for sale?
Take a look.
Barter. Items above the divider line belong to the vendor. Items below the line belong to you. To buy or sell an item, select it and press E. The hunter has 28 gold. She'll buy my skull. And she'll buy a little bit of my food. Not bad.
Good day.
Now, I want to pick her pocket as well. Not everything, just stuff I need. So I do need goat hides for hearthfire construction and smithing. Let's get both of those. Take them off the list. I need a total of I believe the number is 8 goat hides. I'll verify that on my... Yep. That's down to 6 now. I want her gold.
I guess I can look the up.
Come on now. There we go. I need horker tusks
Stupid dog.
for construction.
I saw.
She has 2. I'm going to pickpocket both.
I guess I can look.
Come on now.
You could have just.
I will save scum for pickpocketing.
What are you doing now?
Come on now. I guess I am at pickpocket 15 with no perks. Oh! But I moved into viewing range. There we go. That's better. Pickpocket to 16. So, Horker Tusk, I need a total of 12. That number is now down to 10. What else does she have that I can use? A lockpick. And that's it. Okay, groovy. Very nice. Back to it. So get the rest of the vegetation at this intersection. And now let's head up here. Road signs. Helgen, that way. Falkreath, that way. Riverwood, that way. I like to sync up pathways. Have all the roadways fully explored as I go. So you can see how the different roads link. I like to stick to roads and trails when I can. So let's head back up toward Helgen, since that's kind of the start of our entire adventure. There's a vacant beehive in this tree that I can reach if I just time the jump right, which I have not yet managed. There we go. Bee and beehive husk, that's perfect. Let's check out this road. Get the plant life along the way. The only oddball thing is you might notice a nightshade growing inside that tree. We need 20 nightshade for Ingen Blackbriar's quest in Riften. That's our first one. I'm going to start saving it up. 19 to go. What's worse, getting all the antlers and goat horns or searching for the Dawnguard cache encounters? Goat horns are the worst, by far. Okay, so there are 2 iron veins up here. We don't have a pickaxe yet, so I can't mine them yet, unfortunately. You can see another nice intersection here. Let's get what we can get along here. That's 2 more snowberries off the list. Very good. Brings my total to 5 of the 27 I need. Oh hey, there it is. Speaking of, my Google News alerts, John McAfee has died. Oh, another snowberry, good. I won't bother with the list again until I'm actually done grabbing them. But just, although I think that's actually the last one. Go figure. Alright. I'm at 6 snowberries. I need 21 more. For those of you playing the home game, yes, that is a lot. Oh, there is one more. Alright. I'm at 7. I need 20. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Haha! Hi, Alex. Welcome back. It's good to see you. That wasn't Alduin. It's just it's my hardware. I'll be back on a glorious desktop soon. In the meantime, Let's roll onward. So Helgen has not reset yet. There's one more snowberry. That's 8. I need 19 more. So I've actually, I don't think I did this in the first playthrough or in any of the YouTube playthroughs, but it's actually kind of fun to me to run back to Helgen before it respawns, immediately after the attack, because now we can loot the few things we had to leave behind. And the fires are still actively burning, so if for some reason we wanted to, we could run back into the keep. I don't really find that necessary. But since Helgen is the starting hub, what I like to note is that there are 3 exits besides the keep. There's the one we just came in through that links up with the back exit from the keep. Over here is where we came in on the cart during the intro scene. If you want to just scope out where this goes. This road leads to Riften and Iverstead. This one doesn't have a sign. And then if we cut back through here, we can loot the inn and maybe a few burned bodies. Juniper-flavored mead. Yes! I haven't had mead in a really, really long time. I don't know if I'm going to teetotal for the rest of my life. But I did really enjoy mead when I tried it. I may teetotal for the rest of my life. I feel much better than I have in a very long time. But I do like the taste of mead, and I do like the taste of juniper. Gin was always my favorite hard liquor. Alright, let's loot around in here. Pick up goodies, loot the wardrobe. Here's our execution block. Burnt bodies. The head box got moved. And here's the third exit. No real indication where this goes, at least in terms of a road sign, but I can tell you this road goes to Falkreath by way of Pine Watch. There's a burned body. Here's the tower we ran through at the very start. Let's nip up here right quick. We can jump back to the second floor of the inn. Come on. One more jump. You can do it. I know you can. Oh no. Oh shoot. Bad direction shift. There we go. Come on. Come on. So close. So close. There we go. We're in. Excellent. Alright, good. Take the stuff. Ah, there is no mead. There is no juniper mead on this first run. Wild. Alright. So that's it. So let's get back to exploring new places now. Well, Steven, I am glad to root for... I'm glad to rather indirectly pull for Germany in the EU Championship, just for your sake. The only sport I care about ended rather ignominiously. What's my total number of snowberries? I just want to make sure that's current. I have 8 snowberries, which means I need 19 more. Let me make sure my list is current. Very good, it is. I should trust myself. Do I recommend this game? Absolutely. Unqualified recommendation. I adore Skyrim. I might not be the right person to ask because I am such a huge fanboy of this game, but Yes, I love Skyrim. I would absolutely recommend you play it. Also, hi. Welcome to the stream. Is it Alex or Alexa or Androdon or... Uh-oh. Got an encounter. A fresh one with fire. It's Thalmor fighting Stormcloaks.
Never should have gone here.
I don't have the juice to take on Thalmor. Maybe I can try. I hate the Thalmor, though.
Teach us to mess with me. This doesn't concern you, citizen.
You're interfering
Walk away.
with official
Walk away. Now.
Hi, Wide MILF. It's good to see you. I'm doing great. How are you? This is a quick way to get Thalmor armor. Alright, let's see. First, let me take this off my encounter list. Thalmor versus Stormcloaks. That's a fun one. Yeah, this would be a really quick way to get Elven armor. Wow, brutal. Yeah, they're tough. They're tough for sure. Hunting bow. That's a definite upgrade compared to the longbow, so we'll favorite it. Go ahead and equip my good arrows, my steel arrows. That'll do for now.
Walk away.
I don't want his torch. It's fairly useless to me.
Walk away.
There's no one in the game who will buy it. I could have sworn that there were always 3.
Walk away. No. Move along.
I may need to lower the difficulty.
Move along.
Or... let's see. Can always do this.
Doesn't concern you. Move along.
Maybe I should power
This
it.
doesn't concern you, citizen.
Walk away. You're interfering with official
Walk
form
away.
of business. Now.
It's the only one that's even hurt.
Walk away, now.
Walk away. Now.
I just think I don't have the juice for this encounter.
Move along. Walk away.
I'm gonna let
now.
them be.
Walk away. Now.
This doesn't concern you, citizen.
Well, no, I can't bring myself to do that. Whoa. That was funny.
Move along.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, it is a shame the Stormcloaks couldn't even kill one, isn't it?
You're interfering with official Thormore business.
Yeah, I hear you. Turn around, lady. Alright, here we go. Ah, they're flames.
What was that?
Run away! Alright, let's get... Trying to cheese, trying to cheese. Devastating. Devastating. I need to run away after landing that first shot. Oh, hey. That worked. Somehow. Alright, fine. Let's go for real damage. Good lord. There's a way to do this. I know there is. Wow, they're just like walking around this intersection, aren't they? Kind of silly. Balls. Maybe I can work with that.
Walk away.
You're interfering with official Thormore business. Move along.
Yeah. Argle blargle, shut your face. Oh man, I even got one. I just needed to sprint sooner.
Not like this.
Oh man, they light me on fire one time and it's over. Bugger off. I just gotta find a place where they can't reach me. All right. I am well pleased. Let's loot back now. I will take a point in sneak, thank you. Oh, there's the third Stormcloak. I knew there were always three. And now let's go get the Thalmor I killed. Elven light armor, light boots, and light gauntlets. Those are massive upgrades relative to the Imperial stuff I'm wearing now. Let's throw those on. Alright. Good. Even if I only kill the one, that's a big win. Oh, hey.
This doesn't concern you, citizen.
They're back to non-hostile.
You're interfering with official Thormore business.
Is that so? Alright, good. So clearly I can cheese them.
Walk away, now.
Alright, let's quick save. Because I would like to get them all. My goal needs to be to find a place I can take pot shots. And the favor can't be returned. Not easy, I admit. .16 archery. Oh, hi. Yep, you're here. I see you.
Elven supremacy is the only
I'm a pretty strong believer in never letting Falmore live. They're just so terrible. Found it. Found the spot.
I am.
nothing.
All you got.
I'll see you burn.
Time for you humans to learn your place.
And now to finish him, let's get the bow back out. Give that a whirl.
I'll get you.
Foolish human, your time is at its end.
Not like this. No. Mercy.
Oh, I thought he was going down. Got him. One more. It's over, Elfanikin. I have the cheesing ground. Yes, I do.
Worst.
Hammer time. Boom. Thank you. Come again. There's the other one. Outstanding. Oh, that made my heart very happy. Alright. And look, we've made our way all the way back to where the trails link back up. Alright, so Riverwood can still wait a bit. we are going to go over here. I believe we are... The sign doesn't even tell us where we're headed towards, but this is another road that eventually leads to Falkreath, if you're curious. Let's see if I can get this fox. The hunter was after it earlier. The nice thing about fox pelt, I don't need fox pelts for any particular ingredient, so I can just use them to get leather. Which, I actually need leather for crafting. And also for training up smithing. There we go. That was good. Alrighty. Oh, and look. There's another dead fox over here. Ah, it's Talsgar. This is the bard traveling on the road encounter. We'll chat with him. We'll pickpocket anything useful. What's up, bro?
Hello there, fellow traveler. One itinerant minstrel and wandering wastrel at your service.
Can you teach me about speechcraft?
Ah, well, after a little incident with a roguish lad and the daughter of a prominent thane, well, let's just say, best not. Afraid not. But if you're serious about sharpening that tongue, you might try the Bard's College in Solitude.
What are you doing out here?
Why, to perform for my common man, of course. Why should only the courts and inns of wealthy towns be given the gift of music?
What are you doing out here?
The best tales are those of adventure. Who could truly write such a tale without first experiencing such?
What are you doing out here?
Observing and capturing the epic struggle for Skyrim. When brothers clash with bitter blades, surely there is a song to be found.
Alright.
Aye.
Let's see what he's got. Gentleman's Guide to Whiterun. I don't need. I want his Cyrodiilic Spade Tail. That's useful. I want his Lavender. And I want his Slaughterfish Egg, if I can get it. Very good. Alright. So let's grab this fox pelt. My next goal is this bandit camp right here. Unmarked. What up?
Now ain't this... From you!
Oh hey, Talsgar's helping. Perfect. Alright, let's hammer him. Two-handed to 28. Now this one's important because it gives me a full set of iron armor, which I actually want to wear at this point. Iron armor, iron boots, iron gauntlets.
Think you can take me?
No sign of him.
Excellent. Thank you, Talsgar. So the important thing here is Treasure Map 1. Map to a hidden treasure near Riverwood. So you can see the village of Riverwood, indicating that across the river, inside a tree trunk, we can find a treasure. Most excellent. Let me take that treasure map off of my list. And now we can loot the camp. Big thing here is this copy of Night Falls on Sentinel. It's a one-handed skill book. Raised one-handed to 16. So let me knock a few things off my list. We actually need a copy of Night Falls on Sentinel for a quest later on. It's one of 4 times someone asks us to bring them a copy of a specific book, and any copy will do. Let me zap it off of all the lists it appears on, then we'll read it, then we'll level up. Alright, here we go. Night Falls on Sentinel by Bawali. No music played in the nameless tavern in Sentinel, and indeed there was very little sound except for discreet, cautious murmurs of conversation, the soft pad of the barmaid's feet on stone, and the delicate slurping of the regular patrons, tongues lapping at their flagons, eyes focused on nothing at all. If anyone were less otherwise occupied, the sight of the young red-guard woman in a fine black velvet cape might have aroused surprise, even suspicion. As it were, the strange figure, out of place in an underground cellar so modest it had no sign, blended into the shadows. "Are you Jomek?" The stout middle-aged man, with a face older than his years, looked up and nodded. He returned to his drink. The young woman took the seat next to him. "My name is Habala," she said, and pulled out a small bag of gold, placing it next to his mug. "Sure it be," snarled Jomek, and met her eyes again. "Who do you want dead?" She did not turn away, but merely asked, "Is it safe to talk here?" "No one cares about nobody else's problems but their own here. You could take off your cuirass and dance bare-breasted on the table, and no one would even spit," the man smiled. "So who do you want dead?" "No one, actually," said Habala. "The truth is, I only want someone removed for a while. Not harmed, you understand, and that's why I need a professional. You come highly recommended." "Who you been talking to?" asked Jomek dully, returning to his drink. "A friend of a friend of a friend of a friend." "One of them friends don't know what he's talking about," grumbled the man. "I don't do that anymore." Habala quietly took out another purse of gold, and then another, placing them at the man's elbow. He looked at her for a moment, and then poured the gold out and began counting. As he did, he asked, "Who do you want removed?" "Just a moment," smiled Habala, shaking her head. "Before we talk details, I want to know that you're a professional, and you won't harm this person very much, and that you'll be discreet." "You want discreet?" The man paused in his counting. "All right, I'll tell you about an old job of mine. It's been, by Archay, I can hardly believe it, more than 20 years, and no one but me is alive who had anything to do with the job. This is back before the time of the War of Bettany, remember that?" "I was just a baby." "Of course you was," Jomek smiled. "Everyone knows that King Lotan had an older brother, Greklith, what died, right? And then he's got his older sister Albki, what married that king fella in Daggerfall. But the truth's that he had 2 elder brothers." "Really?" Habala's eyes glistened with interest. "No lie," he chuckled. "Weedy, feeble fella called Arthago, the king and queen's firstborn. Anyhow, this prince was heir to the throne, which his parents wasn't too thrilled about. But then the queen, she squeezed out 2 more princes who looked a lot more fit. That's when me and my boys got hired on, to make it look like the first prince got took off by the underking or some such story." "I had no idea," the young woman whispered. "Of course you didn't, that's the point." Jomek shook his head. "Discretion, like you say. We bagged the boy, dropped him off deep in an old ruin, and that was that. No fuss. Just a couple fellas, a bag, and a club." "That's what I'm interested in," said Habala. "Technique. My friend who needs to be taken away is weak also, like this prince. What's the club for?" "It's a tool. So many things what was better in the past ain't around no more just 'cause people today prefer ease of use to what works right. Let me explain. There are 71 prime pain centers in an average fella's body. Elves and Khajiit, being so sensitive and all, got 3 and 4 more, respectively. Argonians and Slodes almost as many at 52 and 67. Jomek used his short, stubby finger to point out each region on Habala's body. 6 in your forehead, 2 in your brow, 2 on your nose, 7 in your throat, 10 in your chest, 9 in your abdomen, 3 on each arm, 12 in your groin, 4 in your favored leg, 5 in the other. That's 63, replied Habala. No, it's not, growled Jomek. Yes, it is, the young lady cried back, indignant that her mathematical skills were being questioned. 6 plus 2 plus 2 plus 7 plus 10 plus 9 plus 3 for one arm and 3 for the other, plus 12 plus 4 plus 5. 63. I must have left some out, shrugged Jomek. The important thing is that to become skilled with a staff or club, you gotta be a master of these pain centers. Done right, a light tap could kill, or knock out without so much as a bruise. Fascinating, smiled Habala. And no one ever found out? Why would they? The boy's parents, the king and queen, they're both dead now. The other children always thought their brother got carried off by the Underking. That's what everyone thinks. And all my partners are dead. Of natural causes? Ain't nothing natural that ever happens in the bay, you know that. One fella got sucked up by one of them Selinu. Another died of that same plague that took the queen and Prince Greclith. Another fella got himself beat up to death by a burglar. You gotta keep low, out of sight, like me, if you want to stay alive. Jomek finished counting the coins. You must want this fella out of the way bad. Who is it? It's better if I show you, said Habala, standing up. Without a look back, she strode out of the nameless tavern. Jomek drained his beer and went out. The night was cool, with an unrestrained wind surging off the water of the Iliac Bay, sending leaves flying like whirling shards. Habala stepped out of the alleyway next to the tavern and gestured to him. As he approached her, the breeze blew open her cape, revealing the armor beneath and the crest of the King of Sentinel. The fat man stepped back to flee, but she was too fast. In a blur, he found himself in the alley, on his back, the woman's knee pressed firmly against his throat. The king has spent years since he took the throne, looking for you and your collaborators, Jomek. His instructions to me what to do when I found you were not specific, but you've given me an idea. From her belt, Habala removed a small, sturdy cudgel. A drunk stumbling out of the bar heard a whimpered moan, accompanied by a soft whisper coming from the darkness of the alley. Let's keep better count this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Alright, now let's level up. At level 4, I'm going to take another increase in health. We're going to go to Enchanting. The more powerful the Enchanter, the stronger the magic he can bind to his weapons and armor. Enchanter 1. New enchantments are 20% stronger. Yes, please. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. Here's a coin purse. Alright, Martin. No worries. It's really, really good to have seen you again. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Some black mage robes there. Up behind the camp. I still don't have a pickaxe. So for now, we're just flagging this as a comeback later. Here's an iron vein. One thing that we can also do is at this tanning rack. Let's see what we've got. Tanning racks. The tanning rack is used to turn animal hides to leather and to cut leather into strips. Both leather and leather strips are used in creating and improving weapons and armor. So I need to keep my goat hides and I need to keep my bear pelt, but I can turn both fox pelts into leather, which is what I'm going to do. I eventually need 2 units of leather for crafting, so I'm going to hold on to those for a while, but I will take them off the list. Most excellent. Alrighty. Back on this road, you can see another side path over here. Logs leading up there. Before I take the actual path, you can hear a wolf howling. should be able to take it, even on Legendary. It's just a wolf. Good night, Martin. Thanks again for stopping by. So I need 11 wolf pelts for Hearthfire construction. That is our first. 10 to go. So there's another iron vein over here. Bear in mind, once we have a pickaxe, we'll sweep back to mine these. But if we head up this path, have our first shrine, which will be very handy if we get afflicted with any diseases. Blessing of Talos added. Just in case you're curious what exactly that does. Time between shouts is reduced 0% because I don't know any shouts. Let's loot around up here. There are 4 dead worshippers to find. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And you might be wondering what killed them. It's this Thalmor soldier right here. Ooh, good stuff. Good enchanting effects, but the thing to read is this note, Thalmor orders. Take it off the list, and then we'll actually read it. Excuse me. Agent Sanyan, in response to your report dated 22nd Morning Star 401, your request for an expeditionary force is hereby denied. Sanyan, this is the 7th report you have filed this month, and not one of your leads, not one, has turned up so much as a shred of evidence that a Talos shrine exists in the Lake Ilinalta region. No prisoners, no documents, nothing. Our forces are stretched thin enough as it is, and I have better missions, better agents to assign them to. If you feel so sure of your informant, investigate this yourself. Come back with proof, or not at all. By my hand and seal, Elenwen. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we'll explore a bit more of this pathway. Keep on harvesting those plants. We want all the alchemy. I remember there being a bird nest around here somewhere. Ah, yes, there it is. Don't miss the pine thrush egg. We'll go until the next branch in the path, which turns out to be right here. There's a necromancer up there. Won't deal with that until quite a bit later. If you swoop out here, there are some slaughterfish eggs to harvest. I like to try and get all 3 of these dragonflies. Success. And then if we duck into the water, there should be... Oh. I guess there aren't. I was gonna say there should be some catchable fish, but they aren't here. Usually fish and dragonflies spawn together, but Usually is not always. Oh, I've aggroed some slaughterfish. I need to get in bite range. Come on now. Alright, there's one. I need 22 slaughterfish scales for hearth fire construction. That's my first one. And here comes 2. So let's heal up and take those off the list. I'm sorry, I need 24 total. Now it's down to 22. Very good. Very nice. Alright. So now I'm going to cut over here through the water. I'm going to check out the 2 islands that are out here as I go. Just so we get a good look at those. Save those ruins for later. Just a couple of thistles on that one. On this one there is a corundum vein, which we will need to bear in mind. And that's about it. We cut through the water, go a little further downstream. There are more dragonflies here. Let's get those. Two out of 3 is not bad. I don't need to reload for that. And there's a fisherman here. Actually tagged hunter. So I want the deer hide. Let's pickpocket that. I need 15 of those. That's my first. I still need 6 more goat hides.
But it's just...
If I pickpocket these 2, that'll drop that number to 4, which is grand. 1 are gold. I want the Horker Tusk. Take those off the list. Alright, so I need 4 more goat hides and 9 more Horker Tusks. And I'll take her arrows. I'll call that good. I'll take the coin purse. As far as stealing goes, I'm only really interested in stealing stuff I actually need on this playthrough. I'm not just going to steal everything that isn't nailed down. Gold and lockpicks both qualify. So there's another iron vein right here. Just note that as we move along. And then, as we nip up here, the first location we're actually going to discover we've arrived at the Guardian Stones. Before I actually explore this location, let's just briefly sync up with what we have explored so far. So don't worry, it's a short jaunt. But if we head back up this road, what we will quickly find is ourselves right back at this intersection. Where we first came out of Helgen Keep, where we fought the Thalmor, where the bandit camp was. Now let me run down back to the Guardian Stones again. There's a hanging moss here on the back of the Thief Stone. So we have 3 options here. Warrior, Thief, and Mage. I'm going to go with Mage because enchanting is always the most difficult crafting skill to raise. Has the biggest resource bottleneck, and I want the most assistance with it, but I'll look at the others first. The Warrior Stone. Those under the sign of the Warrior will learn all combat skills 20% faster. You may only have 1 sign blessing at a time. And as you might have guessed, the Thief Stone. Those under the sign of the Thief will learn all stealth skills 20% faster. You may only have 1 sign blessing at a time. And as I said, I'm taking the Mage. Those under the sign of the Mage will learn all magic skills 20% faster. You may only have 1 sign blessing at a time. Let's accept that one. And then from here, we are actually going to go across the water. I don't care about salmon. I only care about alchemically useful fish, which there are apparently none. I prefer not to get a disease, so I'll save before I fight these wolves. Heal up. There's 21 restoration. I do love to see that. That should be 2 wolf pelts. Bring my total to 3. I need 8 more. Wolf. There it is. Alright, so the water's edge is pretty clear on this side. Once we kill those wolves. We'll be over exploring the rest of this coastline later. I'm kind of going to sweep this area. Just to pick flowers and whatnot. There's an iron vein over here. Flag that. Remember it's there. We'll be back once we have a pickaxe. Picking flowers. Very nice, very peaceful. Look at that ruin. That's Bleak Falls Barrow, very familiar to those who have played Skyrim before. Won't be too long before we're there. This shack right here is our destination. It's gonna be my first real home base. There's another iron vein here. It has both a alchemy lab and an arcane enchanter. Makes it very, very useful in the early going. Anissa's cabin. Let's zap it off the location list. Then we need to deal with Anise. Spoiler alert, she's evil. She'll turn on us if we don't try to get the jump on her, so might as well just get the jump on her. We'll talk to her first before she's hostile. Anything we can take for free, we might as well. I'm only going to bother stealing stuff I can actually use.
I'm just a poor old woman, dear. No need to trouble yourself with me. I get so lonely out here. It's so nice to have a visitor. I get so lonely out here.
Alright. I'm going to try and get...
It's so nice to have a visitor.
I'm going to try and get a power sneak attack to start things off.
Fool. None.
Almost got her. Almost got her.
Fool.
Bagged and tagged. Very nice. Now the familiar infected me with rock joint, so we're going to try that again. But this is going to work nicely, I can tell.
Fool.
Close, 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 close. We'll get her. We'll get her.
Fool. You know my secret.
Much better. That time we didn't get diseased. Perfect. I'll take her stuff. The steel dagger, I think, is the best dagger I've found so far. Oh, I had a few others. Oops. I'll favorite it. No big deal. Let's heal up. Alright, now... let's just go see what we can find in here. Like I said, I'm only really interested in stealing stuff I'm gonna use. Not stuff I'm just gonna fence or what have you. So I will take the snowberries, all the alchemy ingredients, and the empty petty soul gem. The significant ones there were a snowberry and a death bell. We need 21 death bell for eventual quests. We'll start ticking that down. We found 1, 20 to go. Just found another snowberry, which means I need 18 more. Inside the cupboard, we have 2 straw and 10 leather strips, all of which I need. So I need a grand total of 138 leather strips. That's now down to 128. And I need a total of 32 straw, which is now down to 30. Very good. Let's continue. I'll take the Frost Miriam, I'll take the garlic. I'll take the wheat. Those are all alchemically useful. From the satchel, I will take a torchbug thorax and some spriggan sap. And here's another book I need, The Song of the Alchemists. This is another of the 4 that actually eventually gets turned in for a quest. I'll take it off that list. I will note the free skill boost to alchemy. That's another one. Take the book off the actual list. That's 3rd. Then we'll actually read it. Go figure. And it raised alchemy to 21. Very important. Didn't quite level us up, but it's close. The Song of the Alchemists, Ancient Tales of the Dwemer, Part 5, by Marabar Sul. When King Moranian's alchemist had to leave his station after a laboratory experiment that yielded detonation, the word went out that the king did want a new savant to mix his potions and brews, but he declared he would only choose a fellow who knew the tricks and the tools. The king refused to hire on more fools. After much deliberation, discussions, and debates, the king picked 2 well-learned candidates. Ianthropus Minthirk and Emphatic Fair, an ambitious pair, vied to prove which one was the best. Said the king, there will be a test. They went to a large chamber with herbs, gems, tomes, pots, measuring cups, all under high crystalline domes. Make me a tonic that will make me invisible, laughed the king in a tone some would call risible. Wrap it up. So Emphatic Fair and Ianthropus Minthirk began to work, mincing herbs, mashing metal, refining strange oils, cautiously setting their cauldrons to burbling boils, each on his own sending mixing bowls mixing, sometimes peeking to see what the other was fixing. After they had worked for nearly 3/4 an hour, both Ianthropus Minthirk and Emphatic Fair winked at the other, certain he won. Said King Moranian, now you must taste the potions you've wrought. Take a spoon and sample it right from your pot. Minthirk vanished as his lips touched his brew, but Fair tasted his and remained apparent in view. You think you mixed silver, blue diamonds, and yellow grass, the king laughed. Look up, Fair, up to the ceiling glass. The light falling makes the ingredients you choose quite different hues. What do you get, asked the floating voice bold, of a potion of red diamonds, blue grass, and gold? By Dwemer God, said Fair, his face in a wince, I've made a potion to fortify my own intelligence. Publisher's note. This poetry is so clearly in the style of Gorfelem that it really does not need any commentary. Note the simple rhyming scheme of AABBCC, the sing-song but purposefully clumsy meter, and the recurring jokes at the obviously absurd names Emphatic Fair and Ianthropus Minthirk. The final joke that the stupid alchemist invents a potion to make himself smarter by pure accident would have appealed to the anti-intellectualism of audiences in the interregnum period, but would certainly be rejected by the Dwemer. Note that even Marabar Sul refuses to name any Dwemer gods. The Dwemer religion, if it can even be called that, is one of the most complex and difficult puzzles of their culture. Over the millennia, the song became a popular tavern song in High Rock, before eventually disappearing from everything but scholarly books, much like the Dwemer themselves. Alright, so we will go ahead and steal that. We need it later on. Let's look over here now. I want the red mountain flower. There's a coin purse hiding behind that bucket. And let's check out the cellar underneath its novice lock. Stealth criticism to modern rap. That'd be funny, if true. Alright. So I want the bear claws, I want the slaughterfish egg. Frost salt. We need 1 unit of frost salts for a quest later on, so I can zap those off my list. Outstanding. Let's see what else we can find down here. Take those salt piles, they're alchemically useful. Two glass. We need a lot of glass for hearthfire construction. 61, in fact. That number now drops to 59. Five Canis roots. Those will be useful. I'll take the bone meal. I will take another death bell. That leaves me needing 19 more. If I can find them. It's a big list. It's a big list here at the start. Alright. And then, I'm about to end the stream. Let's read Anissa's letter. We don't need to steal it. Helgi, dear, why do you hesitate? You can feel the power coursing in your blood. You have only to reach out and grasp it. Renounce that boy of yours and come live with me in the forest. My sister will be here soon. Together we can form a proper coven and your training will truly begin. So let's take Anissa's letter off my book list right quick. And then I'm about to end the stream. I'm going to go ahead and disenchant everything I can, because that's easy and it's not time consuming. And then when I pick up this Skyrim playthrough, we'll start with alchemy, because I need to find a decent alchemy app for Android. Since I switched to Android, my Apple app is gone. But let's hit the arcane enchanting. To enchant an item, you must know an enchantment and have a filled soul gem to power the enchantment. Enchantments are learned by disenchanting, destroying enchanted items. So one thing I want to do real quick before this, let's go ahead and get this tutorial text out of the way. Alchemy Lab. You can create potions and poisons by combining 2 or more ingredients that share a common effect. Experiment with different ingredients to learn their effects. We'll get that when we pick this playthrough back up, but in order to maximize the benefit of our disenchanting, we're going to sleep in this bed. Get the rested bonus. So we awaken feeling rested. All skills improve 5% faster for 8 hours. So now we have a 25% boost to our magic XP. Any of these will do. Black Mage, Blue Mage, or Novice. I'm going to disenchant the Black Mage robes to learn Fortify Magicka Regen and raise Enchanting to 16 and level me up to 5. So, first of all, we got Fortify Magicka Regen. I can take that off my effect list. And then for level 5... it's going to be my first stamina level. Achievement unlocked, Apprentice. It's my second achievement. Oh, it's my third achievement. Hang on a second. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I missed it earlier. I know you guys can't see the overview, but we got blessed earlier when we selected a standing stone blessing. That was 2 out of 5. And then we got Apprentice. We reached level 5. So let's do Stamina. And then I want to take over at Sneak. Sneaking is the art of moving unseen and unheard. Highly skilled sneaks can even hide in plain sight. Stealth 1, you're 20% harder to detect when sneaking. Oh my goodness, it's a raid! And I am just about, I am in the process of wrapping up. But hi, Tiff, it's really good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Lara's Raiders. Tiff is, for those of you who don't know her, she's one of my favorite fellow streamers. She's my favorite junior baby lawyer who just got a fancier new job and moved to a fancy new city. She lives in Calgary now, I believe. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. Euro and Smolder and Bleeze. Crunch Troll. Oh, please, don't apologize for the timing. I definitely appreciate the raid. Let me wrap up my enchanting right quick, which is just to learn Fortify Carry Weight from these Hide Boots of Lifting, which raises enchanting a whopping 4 ranks from 16 to 20. The Hooded Thalmor robes give Fortify Destruction and 2 more ranks of enchanting. And the Novice Hood gives me Fortify Magicka and takes enchanting up to 23. So, I'm gonna go ahead and save, and I will. I'll see who else is online and figure out who we can pass this raid to. I do really appreciate the raid. I was literally giving my wrap up spiel when you came over. So, how was your stream, Tiff? This is my first time with this character. Yes, very much so. Very fresh playthrough. I mean, we started a new game today. I've been streaming about 3 hours. Got through the tutorial dungeon. We're up to level 5. Cleared out a little bit of exploration. Nothing too fancy. You're playing Mass Effect now, right, Tiff? The trilogy. I've been avoiding your channel because I'm playing through Mass Effect myself, and I've actually never played the trilogy before. So if you're wondering why I haven't been around, it's kind of a weird coincidence, the games you've been playing. I'm working my way through Demon Souls for the very first time, and working my way through Mass Effect for the very first time. So I've been steering clear of your recent streams to avoid spoiling myself. But you know, when you switch to something where I'm not worried about that, I'll be back watching for sure. I am really enjoying Mass Effect, and Demon Souls for that matter. They're obviously very different games. Playing through I'm doing Insanity difficulty on my Mass Effect playthrough, and it's I use the word cute to describe what BioWare considers Insanity difficulty, since I'm playing through Demon Souls at the same time. What BioWare considers insanely difficult, I would call that cute relative to Demon Souls. So anyway, mine and Tiff's friend Captain Abby is online right now. I make no claims about the game that she's got listed here playing, but I'm gonna raid you all over to Abby. She's fun. She's really nice, and I really appreciate the raid, Tiff. Please, thank you so much for the follow, and I will see, hopefully, many of you next time, if not on my own stream, in Tiff's chat, as soon as she switches to a game. I'm not worried about spoils on, so thanks again for the raid. Let's head over to visit Captain Abby. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care. Uh-oh. Well, give me just a second. I'm a little confused because it seems to think I'm not logged into Twitch, which is weird since I'm currently streaming on Twitch. But there we go. Okay.